we'll be able to have a very fruitful discussion to see how dietitians and our work in the context of GAND will proceed and go on well. We have with us the chair of the dietetic group in GAND. To lead today's discussion. I believe that many of us have had questions concerning the dietetic group, what we are to do, and all those ones. What is our place? What can we do? What we cannot do? How can we bring all dietitians on board to be members of GAND? And a whole lot of questions. Today is the open forum for us, sort of. So our Mrs. Samdara Tuwumbi, the chair of GAND Dietetic Group, member of GB, will lead us, and I will be behind as your chief servant to moderate people who raise their hands, ask their questions, so that the meeting will go on well. I want everybody to feel free and express themselves as best as you can. Let's try and make ourselves clear whenever we are bringing any point out, so that we can learn lessons and move on from there. So, Mrs. Aldi Hamda, Aldia.
Yes.
I would hand over to you to take over.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bedu, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Good afternoon, noble RDs. Please, if you can hear me, let me hear a voice.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. For this opportunity. So today is our maiden dietetic caucus meeting, and we are all here to see how best we can move our noble profession forward.
Adia, will you want us to see your face?
Where I am.
Okay, if it's not possible, that's okay.
Where I am, my face. Okay, I'm coming. I'll prepare the background, and then maybe I can, in the course of the meeting, I reveal the face.
Okay.
For those who do not know this face. So as I was saying, I just want to thank all RDs for making time out of your busy schedule for us to have this all-important meeting. It is going to be interactive, and I employ all to contribute so that we can move, all of us, we all have our expectations for this, our profession, that is dietetics, so that all of us can make constructive input to get our noble profession to where we all want it to be. So to start with, I just want to ask this question: why is there the need for us to have this, our caucus meeting as dietitians? It is very important because currently we have over 400 registered dietitians, and most of us are currently at the clinical settings. And we all know the problems we are having to get financial clearance, to get more of our people onto the job market. There are so many other avenues that we can have because we are training. Currently we have 3 universities that are training dietitians, and the numbers are huge. And some are even applying for diploma in dietetics. We've started that also. That is also in progress. So we need to find innovative ways to place our members so that when they get out of training, they will go onto the job market and contribute their quota to better the nutrition of all Ghanaians in our respective environments. So, and as I indicated, we have our specific needs as dietitians. We have our specific needs as dietitians in terms of the job market. And that is why it is important for us to look at the various avenues that we'll be able to fix our dietitians in there. And those of us on already engaged will need to keep upgrading our skills and knowledge to be able to serve better and to also live to the current trends of dietetics. There are so many innovative ways of our noble profession. So for you to benefit, it is important that we all be on the same page so that we'll be able to have a stronger voice to fight for our cause. So as I move on, if there's any contribution that needs to be, any one of us, as I indicated, it's more of an interactive section. So as I move on, if at each point, if there is any member who wants to add something or need any clarification, we can do that as we move along. Then we ask ourselves again, the numbers. You know, in every professional body, the numbers is what really counts. The higher the number, the bigger your voice, and the greater your bargaining power. That is why we employ all RDs to join the various committees that we have, and to also encourage other members who are not fully members of GAND to apply and then also enjoy the full benefits. We have lined out quite a number of programs that will help members. And some of these, we are looking at a mentorship program for all members. And the mentorship program will also address the issue of the individualized needs, the specific needs of every dietitian. And very soon, we are going to roll it out so that members those who are already in there, we have our mentors, we have the mentees, and we have, so that those who want to be in the clinical setting, they have people to coach them and to help them, guide them through. Those who want to be in the private sector, they also have their fair share. In the research or the academia, that is also going to help us. Again, this mentorship program that we are talking about, it's all about active participation. And I know when we finally roll it out, experienced RDs will avail themselves for this great task and service to GAND and to our mother Ghana. Then volunteerism is also going to help us increase our membership. We all have a shared vision of promoting, using evidence-based nutrition facts to promote the well-being of all Ghanaians or wherever we find ourselves. So volunteerism is very important here. That is why the zonal level, we have quite a number of activities going on there. So I employ and I encourage every RD to contact your zonal executive or rep or coordinator, because we have quite a number of programs there that will actually, we are all interested. So please, let's put on the volunteering spirit. And whilst we volunteer, we are communicating to the whole world that there is a dietetic group within GAND. And that is the sure way to go. Apart from our GAND, you know, globally, we have various international organizations that is nutrition and dietetics related. And we are still growing, we are still building our structures. And these international organizations, they have evidence-based libraries that can actually benefit each one of us. So then I ask a question that how many of us belong to one or two of the other associations, that is aside our local, our national one. It is very important, and I will encourage each one of us to at least join. And we have reps. We have reps for Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. We have a rep in Ghana here who is Ivy Frimpong. British Dietetic Association, I know it's also very strong because we use most of their materials, and I can continue to list Canadian, Australian. So, and then within our sub-region, we have quite a number of them. There are so many benefits when we join them. Whilst we are still building our evidence-based library, we encourage each and every one of us for us to continue to look out for those associations that will serve our specific needs, international professional associations that will serve our specific needs. Again, these ones also have their sub-groupings and they have their funding. I know GAND, we are not there yet, but we are building our structures to get there, to get the dietetic group, to get the various subgroups for the renal group, for diabetes group, for weight management and all that. And then for the intensive care and nutrition, intensive care group. We are building, we are putting structures in place to get there. But in the interim, there are other international associations that we can be affiliates, and that can really go a long way to help us. And even that, when you join, the funding opportunities that these subgroups come with, you have the opportunity to also benefit. So let's exploit, let's move, let's broaden our tentacles and see how best these can help us. Please, I'll pause here if there's any addition, if there's any question before we continue. Any comment, any addition, then we can continue, please. So the floor, Mr. Asiedu, over.
Yes, I think Eric Anku's hand is up. So, Eric, kindly.
Hello, Mr. Asiedu.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, Eric, kindly go ahead.
All right, please, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the presentation so far. Regarding the international affiliation or the associations you're referring to, is it possible for GAN to facilitate some of this membership association things, either at a group level or even as individuals? If we want to apply for membership for these things, can we apply through GAN so that it helps in that kind of recognition that we are not individual dietitians trying to affiliate ourselves as members of those associations so that we can go in with the name of GAND. If that is possible, can GAND do that for us?
All right.
Yes. Hello, Eric.
Yes, Auntie Amda.
So already GAND is in a strategic position, because before you even join this international affiliation, you need to get your reference from your professional group. So we are already in the lead, helping. In terms of the financial obligation, that I think it is the individual one. But if we want to have it like collectively, we'll have members who are interested. That is annually. When they open, we can communicate to members that this is time, this is registration time, that we can constantly remind members about that. And we'll be ready, more than willing, to push through your membership with those international organizations.
Yes, and
Are you
also
okay?
to add to that, GAND is in the process of, especially, right now, GAND is a member of the IUNS, International Union of Nutritional Sciences. And GAND is in the process of becoming a member of the International Confederation of Dietetic Associations, ICDA. So those mother bodies that manages the entire nutrition and dietetic groups across the world, at least we are taking the steps to become members, so that whatever benefits there are for individual members to gain in their various programs, we can gain. Then for the national associations, I see Jonathan, RD Jonathan, asking that if we'll be able to give the steps of the various steps in for joining the various groups. So let's say American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, or maybe British Dietetic Association. What are the steps? So that's one too. I think that the chair of the dietetic caucus will take into consideration and put things together, so that as he says, as she told us that she'll be updating the page, as she does her update, she can also give us the step-by-step ways in joining the various dietetic groups. All right. Mavis Asamoah PJ RD, your hand is up. You can unmute and speak, please.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Just an addition. I think too, if GAND was to be was to lead the forefront in terms of getting membership, we may be able to get a better and as a group discount. The reality is that we're dealing with a currency difference. So sometimes if we come at them from the viewpoint of that we are an academy, they will be willing to look at giving us membership with a reduced cost involved versus an individual going to register with, let's say, dietitians of Canada or dietitians of American Dietetics Association, or even parental and enteral nutrition and so forth. So I think it might be of an advantage to us as a professional body if GAND can approach them and then also look at a reduced cost for joining, because if not, it's quite expensive.
RD Mavis.
Yes, please, Hamda.
Thank you so much. This is well noted, and we'll look at it and then work at it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, RD Mavis.
Okay, so Adiamda, you can go ahead.
Okay. So then, again, we will want to look at as professionals within GAND, that is dietitians within GAND.
Hello.
Hello.
Adiamda.
Yes.
I think RD Sarah Labi's hand is up. I think she wanted to contribute to the previous one, so if we can allow her
Okay,
before.
so please.
Sarah,
Yes.
please, you can speak.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
This is Sarah.
With respect to the committees under the various sectors like academia and the clinical setting and the industrial setting. Actually, it's refreshing to know because it's the first time of me hearing something like this, but this is something that has been bothering me, especially with respect to what we were talking about on the page, the professional page, concerning some food items and their benefits in terms of the nutrients they give and all that. I think there is a gap between the academia and then the practice. Especially with, I know some students do their research in the indigenous foods, and we don't get to hear about their findings. I don't know if it is published, but I've not been seeing it on our page. So I'll be very happy if we are able to bridge that gap between the research or the academia and then the field of practice, so that whatever findings or whatever studies that are done, especially on indigenous foods, it would be posted on our group, and then we'll know, because science is dynamic. Every time new evidence comes up, so that we can also update our knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Well noted. And that's
so if
we are going to consider that.
Sorry, Antiam.
Yes, Stella.
If I could just maybe respond to Sarah's comment.
Okay.
So Sarah, I think that you made a very important contribution. So in line with that suggestion is why we have the Conference of Nutrition and Dietetics, for example. And the idea is that all researches that are happening in Ghana, from the campuses, from the researchers, and from even the practice. So you can actually take your data from your OPD and then do a trend analysis, for example. And then we can all share some of these findings in the CONT, which happens every 2 years. So this year there's going to be a CONT, and I am actually looking forward. The call should be out by the first week or second week of April. And then I'm looking forward that we will all encourage ourselves to share some of these ideas. I mean, professions thrive when knowledge or new knowledge is shared. Secondly, we have actually worked out an opportunity, what we call the research mentoring workshops for final year students. The concept is that we would have, as it were, our final year students in all the training institutions subscribe for basically free professional support or advice on their work. So they share their proposals or share their research at different stages of its development. And then they get the opportunity to get feedback from senior members. And this idea is to be open to the whole fraternity, so that we can actually have some of these conversations ongoing. Then the third in that line is what we call general clubs. Unfortunately, we've not yet rolled that up, but when we do, these are the ways that we get ourselves talking about the research that we ourselves are generating, and then we'll be able to defend and what we say and do in our practice thereafter. So that's all I want to add to that contribution. Thank you. Over to you, Auntie Ham.
Hello. May I make a contribution, please?
Howdy, Lecha.
Yes, sir.
All right, please go ahead.
Thank you, Prince. Yeah, so I mean, I'm equally very excited about the con and Sarah's submission and then the last submission. But I just want to reiterate a section of what Sarah said, that after the students or groups have done works on all these foods and all that, they shouldn't only concentrate on publishing at conferences alone and also maybe waiting for the con or journals and all that. They should do briefs, just like we have short articles on WebMD and all that that are very insightful. You see RDs and researchers putting short write-ups together for the learning of others, so that those things can be shared on our platforms. I mean, one page, easy to read and all that. And then we just take in the figures and all that quickly on the go. You see, so those are some of the things that, I mean, practitioners like us, we can easily continue to update our knowledge with. Thank you.
Thank you, RD Lecha. So in this regard, just to for us to actually get the works that has been done as part of our briefs for the group, we'll really consider contacting the academia, whatever research the students are they've done. We'll contact them, contact those interesting topics, and then we can have some briefs, and even if possible, send it out into the social media space, because we are seeing of late, we have so many in there and we are asking for comments. So if we have our own and it is authentic, that will really help the populace. So the contributions on how to bridge the gap between the academia and our practice is very important and well noted. Then,
Hello, Howdy.
Ardi, yes.
Dr. Antifo's hand is up. Maybe she would want to put a word too. Dr. Antifo, please, you can unmute and speak. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Just adding to the suggestions that have been given. I have seen on some occasions where some people have posted their published work on our platforms. I think that sometimes it's not everybody who just come out and put their work on the platforms like that. So I'm suggesting that if the academy can create a portal or a platform somewhere on our website where people can easily upload works like that over there, then everybody can easily upload some of these things there without having to come and put it on the platform. So we can think about issues like that. Yes, and then my second thing, I don't know, I was engaged with something, so I didn't hear that aspect well, but I heard a glimpse of you discussing about joining other international bodies. I think somebody asked a question on joining the academy. If I'm correct, I think that the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, they have reduced their rates somehow for countries like us. And then they also have a system where you can pay by installments. You pay for in a period of 3 or 4 months, I've forgotten. So
we can also follow up on that so that people who want to be part of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, you can do that. There's a reduced rate, and then also you have some number of months that they can deduct for you to be able to pay. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ntifo, thank you very much for the insightful contribution. So on the issue of a portal on our websites, that is being considered. It has been considered, but the website is still not fully operational. So we have a portal there that will have professionals, even people from the clinical setting, where we can actually post our works there to guide, especially at the clinical setting, those from academia, for professional good practice. So that is also well noted. And when the website is fully operational, all these things will fall in place. Please, do we have any other contribution?
Not at this moment, so please you can continue.
Okay. So now I am posting this question again, that as RDs, what are our obligations towards GAND? Our obligations towards GAND as professionals within the academy. GAND will only be GAND when we are proactive. GAND will only be heard when RDs are actually out there doing what is expected of them. So please, I know we've been silent one way or the other. Please, this is the time for us to put on that spirit again and get GAND going. In as much as our obligation is to keep GAND alive, GAND also, as professionals within GAND, we also stand, it is a win-win situation, because wherever you are and you are asked, which professional body do you belong to? And you say you belong to the Ghana Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. That is your belonging. And for you to even practice effectively, you need to be very active with your professional body. And we have all seen what is happening within our professional space in Ghana here. The professional bodies that are very strong, we all know them within the health sector. We can do better. When we are able to do that, we will be recognized. GAND will be recognized, and we as professionals will also be recognized. And with Allah Health Professions Council, they recognize only one professional body, which is the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Professional body and not association. For the CPD, as RD Prince presented, you have a bonus of 4 points. You have some credit to yourself just belonging to GAND. So please, there are so many benefits that we can actually gain. And now most of the professionals who are going outside the country to practice outside the country, you are required to get your reference from your professional body. So if you are not in good standing, how do you come back? So please, let's all of us see how best we can to move this noble profession forward. I'll pause here for comments, questions, and then we can continue.
Thank you, Adi. Yes, there's a question here. Thank you, RD. Please, my question is, can GAND put together the reps for the international bodies on our main page? Thank you.
Yes. It is going to be part of the steps that we'll put in place for joining the various professional groups. So that will be done. The various reps will be added to the steps.
All right. I think this is the only question here now. There's no hand up.
Okay.
Yeah. So regarding what you just wanted, just to add to what you just said, it's important that, like you said, we are over 400 RDs. If you come to the GAND official list, not all RDs are on it. So we want to encourage ourselves, and let's also encourage our colleagues who are yet to register with GAND to do so. I think that, like RD Hamda said, and I also said at the last CPD last week, I said, nobody will make or form a prestigious professional body for us. Like we were saying, we are all excited to join Dietitians of Canada. We are excited to join the Academy of US. We are very happy to join the BDA, British Dietetic Association. It is hard work and collective work of all the professionals. So if we want I will encourage all of us to be part of the making of a very attractive and I don't know the word to add, but an attractive and a formidable professional group that people from the West Africa sub-region will also be so happy to say they want to come and join us. And if that one will happen, it will depend on us. Yeah. So if there's anybody you know who is here to register with GAND, please let the person come. The reason why we have the two key courses, the nutrition course and the dietetic course, when you join GAND, you don't lose your identity. It doesn't mean that when you join GAND, you cease to be a dietitian, or if you are in the nutrition course, you cease to be a nutritionist. But the fact is that the nutrition umbrella, we are all pursuing one goal, even though we have a specific focus for each of us. So please, let's all of us come together. There's strength in numbers, and when we come together and we are stronger, some of the payments we are even doing may even be less, or still be lower if we are many, because when a lot of us are sharing an amount, we will pay small amount. So this is an encouragement. If you know anybody who is here to join GAND, any dietitian who is here to register with us, very soon a very clear communication will come on how we can re-register on our website, how you can re-register with your qualifications, and how you will receive your professional certificate and professional apparels that we will use either at the consulting room or at our official engagement. So there are very exciting times ahead of us as professionals and as an academy. Let's all of us be involved so that when they are writing the names of the pioneers, we are only 2 years. GAND is only 2 years, our 3rd year. Your name will also be mentioned in the sands of time. Thank you. Ariamda, I think, yes,
Nana, I can
hand
see
is up.
Nana's hand up, yes.
Sure.
Nana, please unmute yourself.
Yes, good evening and thank you to everyone. I had to join this meeting because I've been wanting to express appreciation to the Dietetic Caucus.
Nana.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Before you continue, please,
Yeah.
Nana, RD Nana is our GAND secretary, who has bugged small. So she's speaking from Mr. Rice Master's hometown, that is America. So she will come back soon to take her portfolio. Whilst away, RN Senam Klomega is assisting or is acting on her behalf. So Nana is a GB man. Thank you, Nana. Continue.
Okay, yes, thank you, Mr. Bede. So I wanted to say thank you to the Dietetic Caucus for the involvement so far. A lot of the volunteers we have and a lot of the suggestions we get for at the secretariat level are mostly from dietitians who are members, or some who are not even registered members, but who identify with and align themselves with the mission of GAND. So from the secretariat, I'd like to say thank you for your involvement all these years, and also to highlight the fact that we need to try to regularize our membership. So for a lot of dietitians, the assumption is that once a member, always a member. But we need to know that the GAND membership is renewable every year. So currently we try to make some accommodations for people who are registered, like previously registered, but not in good standing. And the aim is to phase out of that as soon as possible, so that every year we have a registered list of members that we are working with. So please, let's try to renew our membership every year and not just assume that once you have registered before, you are automatically a member of GAND. It will get to a point where we'll be dealing with registered members solely as members, and then if you are not registered, you are not considered to be a member. So that was all I had. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Very important point there.
Yeah.
I think somebody asked at our last meeting, the last CPD, that whether we could provide them the list of all registered members. And I think this brings the clarity to it, that the list of members are members in good standing at every point in time. But at this stage, because we are still at the formative stage, we allow people who have registered 4 or 5 years ago to still be on the list. Let all of us do our best to make sure that our little contribution comes a long way to help. Thank you. Over, RD Hamda.
Thank you, RD Bedu. So at this juncture, I think we are at the AOB. So please, the floor is open. Feel free. Let's let's bring ideas on board. What is bothering us? So we are the AOB now.
All right, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yes. What I want to say is very related to what our Grace just said, what Nana said. That is the payment of the membership dues. I mean, it's one of the earliest form of obligations when you talk about obligations of members. So let's all put our minds to it. And like she said, we have the financial year and all that. Let's plan towards it so that we can make payments. I believe that a lot of the good things we want to see will be made possible if the GAND has enough cash. So just to emphasize the need for us to pay our membership fees or dues. Thank you.
Thank you, RD Wise.
Dear colleagues, RD Wise is our former president of the then Ghana Dietetic Association, and he's very, very passionate about our profession, and I understand where he's coming from with how we must do good to our responsibility of payment of either of levies and dues. RD Wise, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, RD Wise. There's
So
a
this
say
is
in
hand is still
Akan.
up.
There's a say in Akan. Mr. Bedu, please, you help me.
Okay.
That adipa, yedi sika neto adipa, or how do you say it in Akan? That all the beautiful things you see, it is money that you use to get the beautiful things. Even though sometimes it is not. Even though sometimes it is not money all the time, but in this case, we need all members because the dues is our primary funds that we use to run the academy. Even though we have sponsorship from private, corporate, individuals, and all that, and then very soon we'll also be getting bigger grants. And the academia, so that is where the practice and academia will come together to make a bigger impact and also raise some funding for the academy. It seems I've seen a hand up. Mavis,
please, before Mavis comes, Mavis, just a moment. RD Jonah asked to RD Wise's encouragement that he's actually pushing. In fact, he has been an advocate for deduction from source. So over to you, RD Hamda, to fast track the academy's deduction of dues from source. So let's work together and make sure that by close of this year, if we get all members to register and we have the minimum of 300 or 500 people, we can now go ahead and apply for the deduction from source so that it will be easier for people to pay their dues. Thank you, RD Jonah.
RD Jonah, thank you very much. Yes, this has been a discussion on the table for some time now, and we've had some challenges. So as RD Bedu mentioned, we needed a minimum number of professionals that we needed so that we can work on that. So please, let's again the appeal to register, renew our membership so that we can move ahead. Even though I know we have some at the security, we have some of our members serving at the security levels. It's all workable. It's all workable. So RD Jonah, thank you very much, and it is well taken. We'll start again. We'll start the discussion. We'll continue with the discussion of deducting as source again, since we are seeing members interested to actually rekindle the spirit of our noble profession. So we are the final item, which is AOB. If there are no further comments and questions, we are the AOB now. So the floor is open. RD Prince, over.
Thank you very much, RD Hamda. I think the secretary Oh, RD Nana.
RD, please,
RD.
RD Prince, just hold on. I've seen
Okay.
RD Mavis' hand up.
Oh, she hasn't spoken yet. Forgive.
No.
Forgive. RD Mavis, please speak before we read some of the messages we have here.
Thank you very much. Sorry if my background is a bit noisy. I've moved from the office. I also want to add my voice to this need for membership. I think here in Ghana, we take GAND and the whole idea of membership for granted. Coming from a system where membership is not a choice, it is something that is mandatory. It really helps because when you're in trouble, it is your academy, it's your college that comes to your aid. When you need credibility, because the college or the association or whatever you belong to is a form of credibility. These CPDs are meant to allow you to say that as a member of GAND, I am credible because I do my CPDs, I'm involved in all these things. I mean, I cannot speak to how much beneficial it is. It's huge. And I'm just pleading with everybody that there is strength in numbers. My key is bad, but I know that a full prayer is harder to break than I won't say the Ebeno because I don't know it. But I think you get my meaning that as we are stronger together in numbers than one person. And I've seen it work overseas on numerous ways and shit. You would be amazed as to what you can do when you come together as a group. And we're lacking in that. And the only way we can move forward is when we come together as a group. My suggestion to the executives, and I have to also add to Nana's point here that you guys are really pushing things forward, and I think it's great. And I commend you, and I want to clap for yourselves. You're doing a wonderful job. One of the things that I think should be part of any job hiring, and I have experienced this overseas, is that as part of the requirements, you see the job ad posted. It says that the individual must be a member of GAND. Whether you're in private practice, whether you are working for the government, it speaks volume. So when you're applying for a job and you know that you're not a member of GAND, that is one of the requirements that is looked at, because it says that if you're not a member of GAND, where's your credibility lying? What association or body can vouch for you? So if it's possible, that's my suggestion, because if I'm hiring somebody to cover for me, I can tell you this much, that person has to be a member of GAND. They must have their Allied Health Council, but they must also be a member of GAND, because it tells me that they are accountable to a professional body, and to within themselves, they are accountable to other professions, other dietitians. They have somebody or another dietitian or other professions within their profession that they can fall off. If they're lacking in knowledge, if they need expertise, they need help navigating within their field, or they're feeling out of practice, they have sources and options available to them to make them the best that they can be as dietitians. So please, I hear the executives talking and asking and pleading. I mean, come on. There's no child here. We're all adults. And if we say we want to succeed and we say that we want to grow as a group, then everybody must take a stand and everybody must do their part. Or else we're joking, because I hear people saying the association must do this, the association must, and I'm included in that. But I've also made sure that I'm a member, that I'm paying, so that I can have a voice. So please, let us come together. Let us put this. There's no need for anybody to be sitting there and say, oh, I'm not going to be a member. We've moved past that. We're moving forward in huge strides. So please, let's work together. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Wow.
RD Mavis.
Oh.
The passion is
Yes.
great, and I think that is what must move all of us into the level we want to be. All right,
thank you very much.
RD Prince.
Sure.
If I could just add on to what RD Mavis just said, so that it doesn't dilute, it just follows through.
Okay, Adrian could just hold on for a while. Yeah.
Adrian, my apologies. I said this in the meeting with the nutrition group, and I want to say it to our members as well. You know, in real truth, the laws of Ghana actually makes it mandatory to be a member of a professional body to practice any profession in Ghana. It's in our laws. And you know, unfortunately, that has been quiet over the years. And some way, somehow, since we started the GAND, we have been looking at it with a more, I like RD Prince's phrase, human face, so that we don't put our own colleagues before law courts and things like that, just so that they can become members of a professional body. But I think that the time for that grace period is long elapsed. I think that the consensus going forward is that we should probably just go with the law, and then we can advance from there. And for those who would want to check the law for themselves, I will probably post it in the chat. But the law is Act 1973, which is the NRCD 143 Act 1973. So it says that a person shall not practice a profession in respect of which a professional body has been registered under this act, unless that person has been duly registered, in which case, under this act with a professional body. And what people seem to forget mostly is that GAND is not a professional association. GDA was, Ghana Dietetic Association was, but GAND is a professional body, which actually a creation of law. And like I said, in the very near future, and going forward, we don't intend to want to put off the human face and do what is right by the law and what is right by all of us. Because in the end, the strength is what in numbers is what we need. And when that happens, we can now protect our fold and protect our profession the way we ought to do it. Thank you very much.
Well said, Vice President. Please, RD Agodo is the Vice President of Ghana Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. So he speaks from a very strong point of knowledge as well. He was the former president of Ghana Dietetic Association as well. Right. Okay. Adi Anku, please, you can go ahead. I see a lot of hands. Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you very much for the opportunity. In all our discussion, I realized that we are also not really talking about our student dietitians, because apparently they are the ones who also become members or professional members in the near future. My first question is, what are the plans of GAND for our student dietitians across the country? And I'm asking this because back in the days when I was a student, I'm speaking on behalf of myself, and GDA was in force and there were physical conferences, it was easier for me as a student then to go for these conferences and engage or meet other dietitians. So then it was kind of like nice to see people in the profession already. I don't see this because of, we now have a lot of virtual conferences, and it's very hard for us to gather, for students to get to meet other dietitians across the country. How will GAND help be able to bridge this gap we have currently? And what are the plans generally GAND has for our student dietitians, if we could discuss them? Because then it would have been nice also to see the students also here telling us some of their concerns and also helping to shape the profession they would like to see in the future. So thank you very much.
Great.
Okay. RD Prince, can I come in with this?
RD Prince, hello.
Yeah, Dr. Antifu.
Yes, my submission is just in line with what Eric has said. I think that there's a saying that you should catch them young. Yeah. And maybe it's something that we are not doing as a professional body. Okay. So if we can put something in place where we consciously engage students for, let's say, our CPDs and things, we should get the information to them. We should find a channel or a way of getting the information to them so that they are part of what we are doing right from school. I'm saying so because I was very shocked about 2 or 3 weeks ago when 2 of my students came to me holding a form of wanting to go and join the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics in the US. And I asked them whether they had registered for GAND here, and they seem to know, they don't know anything about GAND. All they know is their students association in school. And I'm like, you are going to practice here in Ghana and you have not even heard about GAND. You don't know what GAND is doing. And I think that it's unfortunate if we have students here right from school, they are yearning to join associations outside and they don't know what is happening here in Ghana. It's very unfortunate. So if we can have a systematic way of, or a conscious way of getting to our students and making them part of the association, registering as part of the association. I know when they come in fresh for all their campuses, I'm sure that they have days or programs where they engage the students. If we can look for those slots and talk to them, that is when we can get them and have them registered as students members so that they grow up knowing what the association is all about. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc. All right, Adiamda, I think if we
I just want to comment on the student.
Adiamda.
So, yes.
Yes, please.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can we make the GB member responsible for the student?
Yes, I can see Portia's hand up. Yes.
After that, then we can add up 1 or 2.
All right. Okay.
So, Adi Portia, Adi Nkumsa, please kindly speak.
Yes, please. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the platform. Thank you, RD Anku and Dr. Ntifu for the concerns. Yes, so regarding the student membership, a lot of work is ongoing currently. I'm not surprised that some of the students are not aware because I think it will be an issue from the executive's point of view. As a student rep for GAND over the past 2.5 years, I've been in touch with the reps or the executives in the various institutions. Just about 2 weeks ago, we had a meeting with the Legon chapter where they are supposed to encourage their members to join. So it's been an ongoing process. So I'm sure with time, we'll get most of our students joining. And about somewhere last week, KNUST, the GAND zonal reps had a meeting with the student body, of which I was part. And then which other one? There was 1, 2 that we had, UDS. Yes, I was also part of that meeting. So a lot of plans are in the pipeline for the students. We are planning on having a national executive body, that's a GANSTA national, where we'll have executives from the various institutions. So we are considering all those things and we are working towards it assiduously. Thank you very much. I'll allow Adiamda and the others to add on.
Yes, so Portia, well said. What I wanted to say, you have just explained that. So RD Anku and Dr. Ntifu, we are working so hard to meet our young RDs. We have so much activities that we are planning with them. I think it is the timing, but we'll get there. I've seen RD Ernestina's hand for quite a long time now. Also, please, can you allow her to unmute and
RD Edufo, please kindly unmute and speak.
Yes, please. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak, and thank you for the discussions and all that GAND is doing for the professional body. I think we all appreciate the the major changes that have happened, and I think the executive deserve that kind of appreciation for what you're doing. I just want to add a few things that I think can also help with the membership drive. Some of the things may not be things that may be done now, but it could be something you could look to, or perhaps something you are even looking to, but I just wanted to add on. Okay, so I'm thinking about especially concerning the fact that membership is a legal obligation. I just want to add that maybe something that GAND can look into, because I know that some places where that kind of legal obligation thing is kind of being enforced, the association also has worked it out so that it is the deal of the health service to pay for staff to be members, and places where you pay your own thing, you can get a tax rebate for it. You get me? So if we can look at those things, so like there's nothing stopping you, it's not financial restriction, nothing stopping you from being a member, then the laws can be enforced that you have the opportunity and you are not being a member. So I think you could look at that, how you can negotiate with government so that it becomes part of, for those in government service, part of the something that government should pay for people, because they are using their time to attend meetings and learn and all that, just to improve their profession, to serve the nation. So government should be able to, it's either they are paying for it, or when you pay yourself, there should be some means of getting that tax deductions for it. So that's one thing. Then the other thing is about the what members get. I think going forward, we could look at some other things that we can use to attract membership. Because I know that some places they add the legal is it indemnify thing to the association. So when a member, currently is the Ghana Health Workers Association has that they will protect members who get have legal issues. But I think it can be something that a small percentage, if we talk to chambers B to get that small percentage be from the dues dedicated to be like kind of an insurance indirectly, so that if you are in trouble, that can be used for supporting you, because we say that the society will support you, but how? If GAND cannot afford the legal fees, how are we supporting the person if they cannot do it themselves? So we can look at that. Some places, they have worked with shops, with health shops and things like that, so that dietitians who are members can go to those places at a discount. It helps the stores, it helps the facilities, because they are getting more people, more patronage. At the same time, it gets like a relief for members to enjoy. Sometimes it's even hotel discounts and things like that. So I think going forward, you could look at those things, and it should be spelled out. It shouldn't just be benefits of CPD and association, but some of these other things that can be incentives for people knowing why they are joining. I think that can also help. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right. Hamda, over.
RD Ernestina, that was a powerful contribution. So we have taken note of that, and then we'll work at it. But the legal aspects, I want to inform members that as GAND, as a professional body, we have a legal rep, even on the governing board, and that is advising us. And in terms of any trouble we have for any member or of the professional body, we have a legal rep that is advising us in that direction. So thank you very much. That was a very important contribution, and all those valuable comments will be put together to make our profession greater. Okay, so the yes, Adiedu.
With the student issue, something that we are doing right away is that all the students, all that they require to do now, and I think RD Portia
Portia.
sent a communique to the student groups that they need to go to the registration with GAND as student members is not the same as they have not come to a place where they have merged the registration at the student groups with GAND. So they would have to register with the student groups and also register with the mother body as student members. So fortunately for us, our students are more tech savvy than us. So they just have to go to our website and use their student IDs or admission letters as their certificate to register as student members. Then they are only required to pay 5 cedis
a month.
5 cedis a month, which is 60 cedis a year. When they do that, our programs are free for them. All the CPDs that we are paying 200 and you have to be a member of good standing, they don't pay anything. It's free. I don't know what the COND committee will bring, but I know even if they will pay anything for COND, it will be very, very, very small. So there are a lot of incentives for students. So please, for those of us who have some access to students, let's say that. And RD Portia, please let the communique be sent over and over again until all our students have joined us as student members so that they can benefit from all the things that 4 members are supposed to pay before they benefit. Thank you.
RD Prince.
Sure.
So I can say that I think you've highlighted the points very clearly, and I can just add that I know of some institutions where the faculty in the institutions are actually spearheading the students and encouraging them to become GAND members. I can speak for UDS and RD Alice.
Alice, good.
It's been very instrumental in organizing the students. I'm aware of at least 1 or 2 meetings, at least 2 meetings with the students for that purpose. And so just to encourage, and I know UCC2 has done similar, and I know has done similar. I know Lagos is also doing same. So the institutions, the faculty, let's encourage our students. Let's introduce to them Diet 101, Introduction to Dietetics. Let them hear that GAND is the way to go and it's something that they must be in. And then once the lesson is over, you direct them to the right institutions. The question that has come up in that arrangement is whether we can do group registrations so that rather than having ID cards for those who may not have ID cards in the very early stages, we had proposed that they could have HOD recommendation letters or introductory letters. And that brought up the suggestion of whether you can use a group registration, put the whole list together, put their names on, somebody facilitates like they are doing, and then we can register from the back end. Maybe something we can look up subsequently. Over to you.
All right. Adi Hamda, over.
Thank you, Adi Bedu. So
Adi Hamda, if I can comment on the last question, Vice just asked. So we have done the group registration before. We did it for UCC students. However, they will still need to go to the website to register with whatever letter they were given from their department. So it's possible.
And they require their unique GAND numbers as well. And that could only be obtained from the registration on the site.
On the site, yeah.
Good. I'm happy that has been clarified. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Adi Nana, for the clarification. So, RD Portia, you are doing a very good job, and all the discussions, all the comments, the contributions on how to get our student members on board. I know we are already working hard, but we need to factor in some of these things that and intensify, that will speed up the process for them. So the last, we are still on the AOB. If there's any other thing,
Yeah.
any member
Atianda,
want us, yes.
yes, I think that there are some interesting discourse going on in the chat. And I think already Portia has been responding to them, but for the purpose of those who haven't read, that those who have finished their internship and have done have written their licensure and have their results, they are out, but they are not working. Are they full members or student members? When you are a student member, you remain a student member till you are inducted by the academy as a full member. So let's say if you have finished and you have written your licensure, those who have just passed their licensure, we are going to induct you or induct them in October at GAND, at CONT. So until then, your student members status has not expired. So, but then as soon as we induct you, whether you have had a job or you have not had a job, you are deemed a full member with all privileges, and we would have to give our various we have to also give our various responsibilities and discharge them well, right? So those who are asking that question, maybe if you are the 2021-2022 batch, you have finished your service, you are writing your licensure, you'll be inducted in October, God willing, in Kumasi. And right after that, you'll be given your professional member certificate and your lapel pins. And that will signify your full membership, and all privileges and responsibilities apply. Thank you.
Thank you, RDBdu. I saw a question on founding members. RDBdu, have you seen it?
Yes.
But I don't know what has happened to my screen.
Yes, I can answer that. The person was
Yeah.
asking whether the benefits for founding members are still in place. And I answered in the chat, but I can go over. So the things we promised to give founding members, like the lapel pins and the kente stools, were given out at the last AGM. We still have a number of them. So please reach out to the secretariat if you don't have your paraphernalia, and then the secretariat can arrange for you to pick them. However, we will also have the remaining ones at COND. So for founding members who will be at COND, you can pick them up there if you are not in Accra, for example. On the founding membership, one thing I would like to highlight is that you have to be a member in good standing to qualify for any benefits that may come up for founding members. So the fact that you made that commitment earlier as a founding member doesn't mean that if you don't pay your dues for this year, for example, and the COND committee decides that or agrees to give a discount for founding members, you are going to benefit. In that case, you will be deemed a member who is not in good standing or a non-member. So that is it. And the other benefit is about the discounts for founding members. We are currently going to give discounts for just our major events. So for these CPDs that we have made a special arrangement for a discount across board, or the bundle that we are offering members, we will not have another special discount for founding members.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, RD Nana. That's a clarification. I think we have done so well, and time is far spent. We've done more than almost the 2 hour. So I want to find out if there are no other matters Do we have any other thing?
Hello.
Hello, do we have it, please? Do we have any other comment or contribution? It has been a long day.
I think especially those in the chat boxes, the questions have been answered and many of them are satisfied.
All
and
right.
I think the things that have come up are a lot that we can go home and work on. Yeah.
Okay, so on this note, Aribedu, can I?
Hello.
Aribedu.
Yes.
Yes, I want to appreciate the RDs.
Oh, great.
Yes. So I want to appreciate all noble RDs for making time off your busy schedule to be part of this great discussion. This is a new chapter in the dietetics group, and all fruitful comments and additions. I can see that the passion is on. This is the dietetics group we all used to know. So I just want to say a very big thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to be part of this great discussion. On behalf of executive of GAND, I want to say a very big thank you. And inshallah, all that has been proposed, all the comments, we'll work at it, and then we have a fruitful and a very
Hello.
Yes.
Please, I want to ask a question.
Is dropping.
Okay. Please go ahead.
I'm Thomas. I'm the one using the Techno Camon 18.
Sure. Your full name again?
Ejari Watson Thomas.
Okay.
Please, the question I wanted to ask is, I think you were giving an explanation about those who are in the good standing and those who are not in the good standing. What about some of us who completed 2019, but we still have our PIN? Just that we had diploma in school, back at school, we did diploma. Especially myself, I did diploma in dietetics. So we wanted to know, are we also with the same standing or the same good standing, so that if there's anything, we can also make the same contribution?
Excellent question. I think this couldn't there couldn't have been any better icing on the cake. Yes. Okay. So so please kindly mute and listen to the answer.
Hold on, let me give it out to them so that they can mute it for me.
Okay.
I think that's a very fair.
Yes.
No, sometimes the technology can be difficult to handle. So
true. Yeah.
I don't know. Are you answering the question or you want?
No, any member of the GB can go ahead with this. The good standing.
I think Osofo Prince will be better placed to answer the thing on membership with the diploma.
Okay, hello, my dear brother. Yes, so GAND registers nutritionists with diploma, nutritionists, dietitians, or dietetic student with diploma, nutrition student with diploma. So you are you can be a full member of GAND. With the diploma in dietetics. The credentials are different. So when we give you your certificate as a member of GAND, you will see that what is written on it will be different from the one who did a degree in dietetics or master's in dietetics. But then we have had a challenge where at this stage, it looks as if most of the people who have registered are the degree and the degree people. So you are a bona fide member. Please, as soon as we finish, kindly contact the secretariat line. We'll put it in the chat maybe he will not see. But if you can hear me, you can just take this number. You can take this number 020. If you can hear me, please find a pen somewhere and write this, and get back to me right after we are done. 020 86 33 903. 020 86 33 903. Please call me. Let's talk about it. We'll help you to register and show you how you can pay your dues, how you can be a member in good standing, so that you can also tell your friends who are yet to register with us. Thank you so much. Over.
I think that's a very excellent answer. I don't know if any of the faculty in the training school for Nalerigu is on call.
I've not seen Vincent. I've not seen.
Vincent is not here.
I've not seen the other two.
You've engaged Vincent. You engaged what's his other name?
Daniel.
And I would hope that maybe it only tells that we need to do further engagement to make sure that their caucus is captured right from the beginning, like the students groups have started, like discussion on the Supreme group. So I think that's a very good point that has come up. And thank you for that. Yes, Thomas, do you want to say something?
Hello, Thomas.
Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, our school is in Alegu. As you mentioned earlier on, Mr. Daniel and Mr. Vincent, they were our dean.
Okay. Were you able to get the number I gave?
Yeah, I had a Vodafone number you gave.
Okay.
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 I'll call you right away after the summit. But,
sure.
But I wanted to. I will call you right away.
Sure.
Mr. Vincent and Mr. Daniel were our dean.
Okay.
So we had, I think we had our certificate 2019 for our internship, and after the internship, they printed out our what do you call it, the main certificate by the council.
Okay.
So I think some of my colleagues have received it, except that I think only 2 of us have been received away from the council. One more thing, last year I paid for the CPD. I paid for the CPD and I registered for the CPD. But when I was going to do the printout for the bill at the bank, I couldn't do it till now.
Okay.
So that is one of the challenges.
So Thomas, when you call me, I will help you through all those ones, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right.
Okay. Adi Hamda.
Adiedu.
Please, are you done? Can I give the announcement? Then we wrap up.
Yes, I just want to conclude by saying that kudos to all, that we have indeed, we have really shown a passion that we all want to make the dietetic group and GAND, of course, a bigger professional body to reckon with. So I say thank you to all of us, and all that I want to say is that the tax is huge, but it rests on all of us. We can and we will be able to make huge difference if we all come on board. Thank you very much, Adiedu.
Thank you so much, Adi Hamda, our indefatigable chair of the dietetic caucus, dietetic group of GAND. Thank you so much. Yes, you wanted to see your face. So let me please let me.
You waited to finish before turning on her video.
Yes, let me spotlight you to everybody. Where are you? Where? Okay, good. Good.
For those who don't know
Aha.
the face.
So please don't, those who don't know, good, your faces. Can you remove the goggles?
I'm coming.
Good.
Let me put on my headgear wall.
Sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, in your view is Mrs. Hamdara Tuwumbe, aka ID Hajia Hamda. So she is responsible for the dietetic group of GAND. And so those of you who haven't seen her before, please, this is her face. You can take a screenshot and keep it on your phone or computer.
What's up?
You can always see her face. All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. So, dear colleagues, it's been a wonderful session, and I believe that we have been able to discuss the things that have been helpful so far to all of us. Please, God willing, Wednesday is another CPD, our last CPD for the month, and it's a general CPD. How dietitians working together for a greater impact. The dietetic caucus and the nutrition caucus, we are all coming together to have a very important presentation from ID Dietetic Okwajo on how we can major on our majors to be able to push the GAND agenda forward, and also to be able to help Ghanaians with respect to nutrition. So please, let all of us do our best to be part and contribute as well, so that together we can make the nutrition fraternity greater and stronger. Please remember that the attendance form is in the chat box. Kindly fill it, and please, when you are filling, ensure that your HPC pin is correct, because if it's not correct, your point cannot be uploaded on the HPC platform. Someone asked whether when you partake in this CPD and you eventually don't get to pay your CPD, your subscription fee, what happens if we send your name to Ally Health? It is not a problem at all. The governing board can write to withdraw your point. The governing board can write to the Ally Health Council to withdraw your point. So please, we believe that all of us are professionals with integrity, and we will pay our subscription fee so that we can pay all the bills surrounding these CPDs. So please, let's do our best and pay. 7th April is the deadline for subscription or paying for your subscription. Students, please pay, register, and pay your dues of 60 Ghana cedis, and all the CPDs will be free for you, the in-person ones and the virtual ones, and this one will help. I think some people just joined and they are asking the attendance list. It will be posted again, and when we are done, we will be on the call for a while before we sign off, so that all of you can fill your form, because this list will be sent to Ally Health a week today. By next week Monday it will go. So now we don't keep the list for more than a week. So please, let's join and let's fill the forms. Yes, the form has been posted in the chat box again. Please make sure you fill and ensure that your number, your HPC pin is correctly put. God bless all of us, and do have a very blessed evening. Let's be looking forward towards Wednesday for another exciting CPD, 4 o'clock, and the speaker is ID Dietetic Okwajo, acting head of department, Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Thank you so much, and see you all on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Berlin.